spille vans på den da, eller så hvis jeg tar ikke corneren. Skal du spille 8? Du liker ikke å gå litt rolige, så tåler jeg å stikke corneren. Ja, hvilken fart vil du ha? 10-5. Ok. Er det litt mye? Skal få litt mindre? Wow, wow. Rent. Wow. Wow, ingenting. Ikke rør. Si 5. Ok. Sorry. Kan du gjøre ryddeopp etter meg?
Just T-line, guys. Just T. T-line. Yep.
52. Hvis du treffer 20, så kanskje du tar den. Fin. Nære. Rent. Japp. Wow. Wow. Ta den. Ja. Jeg følte ikke helt om jeg må i slutteren, ikke? Nei, men ikke sånn... Ja, det går ikke. Ja, det er så godt.
Okay, line's okay. Okay, curl. Clean, clean. Clean. Sorry.
Pil. Oh. Oh.
Back eight. Line's good. It's all hammy. It's over. You're over curling. As far back as you can. 15. Keep it going, guys. As far as you can. Very nice. 15.
10-5. 10. Wow. Har plass. 10. Vente. Nærme seg. Rent. Japp. Japp, japp. Bra. Ja, 8-6 da. Kan jeg bomma? Vet ikke. Sikkert.
Give me barrier.
Så hard ut. Nei, men så man har jo en 10 her. Ja.
Clean. Yep. Yep. Curl. Clean. Curl. Clean. Clean. Curl. Clean. Curl.
Good
curl,
evening,
curl,
curling
curl,
fans.
Steel roll, hard.
We ran to the buffet. We ate as many desserts as we could, and we are back. It is the 5th round out of 5.
Wait, call 10-3.
Here at the BADEN Masters, we are deep into the round robin. We have 3 teams already qualified for quarterfinals tomorrow evening. And will any of the teams out there be joining them? Our featured game this evening, it's a doozy. 2 very familiar teams out there, both wearing light uniforms this time, confusingly, but throwing red stones. It is the Olympic team from Norway, Team Ramsfjell. We're running at 50% Ramsfjells, though. Only the one on the left, Bendik Ramsfjell. In the hack is not the familiar figure of Magnus Ramsfjell, but the equally familiar figure of previous champion here, previous world champion, Stefan Wallstad. You are looking at, viewers, the most famous hat in curling, and underneath Stefan Wallstad's beanie, it's the man himself. So we'll be saying hello properly to the teams at the conclusion of this first end. It is the team from Scotland that they are up against this evening. That is the all-conquering team of Bruce Mouat. They are playing Yellowstones, and they have last stone in this first end, and making happy use of it. That little yellow up front there, just hanging on to the rings. There you go. That's what it looks like from above. If any part of the stone is touching the rings, that counts as in and could be a point later on. And I hate to say it, but Norway in a little bit of trouble already out there in the first end.
Even 9-5, Bruce. Sorry? 9-5? Okay.
We have 3 other games for our final round this evening. And for some of these teams, this is their 3rd game today. It's a real tough day. On sheet 1, it is the team from the Netherlands, Gosgens, and they are playing the Swiss team of Felix Luethold. Both of those teams needing to win to keep their championship alive.
Yep. Whoa. Curl.
On sheet 3,
Curl.
it is the mighty Italian team, champions here 2 years ago. It is Retornaz of Italy. They are playing Mark Pfister's team representing Philippines. And on sheet 4, finally, we have Lukas Klima's team from Czechia. They're on their 3rd game today, and they lost the first 2. They will be looking to avenge that. But they are up against the one and only Yves Stoker, who is on 2 out of 3. If they can win this game, they will also qualify already for quarterfinals tomorrow. They will be sitting on 3 wins out of 4. They had a real close game with Whyte this afternoon. Also a really long game. Like 6.5 hours that game took. Stefan Wallstad then is trying to tidy up a little bit here. Yeah, they can just about afford to lose 2, but certainly no more than that. But as is often the case with this Scotland team, they make a very bright start and they are surely about to put a 2 on the board. We've had a fine day's curling here already. The 4 rounds that we've been watching, they've been some great results. All of the games are free to watch on the World Curling Tour YouTube channel. And nobody even really bothering to sweep that final throw from Bruce Mouat. Of course, in the 4-foot, and that is a handy start of 2 on the board for the Scots. So let's say hello to the teams properly. I was going to say 8 pretty familiar names out there, but you are right, Clock, in the chat. I don't see Martin Sessaker. Now, I'm sure he was here this morning. I will need to check. I hope he's okay. Norway's Olympic representatives already -1 Ramsfjell, and we don't really want to lose another. In your picture then is Hammy McMillan throwing lead stones for Scotland.
Line's okay.
There are both teams.
Line's good.
So not pictured, but a familiar face to surely all of our viewers. Throwing red stones out there is the team from Norway. Guest skip is previous champion Stefan Wallstad. Third thrower, as I say, I've seen him this weekend. I know he's here, is Martin Sessaker. Second is Bendik Ramsfjell. Lead thrower is Gaute Nepstad. And the Mouat rink, fourth and skip is Bruce Mouat. Third thrower is Grant Hardy. Second thrower, Bobby Lammy. And lead thrower is Hammy McMillan. As I said, both of these teams and these actual teams, so not just these countries, qualified for Olympics already. Both of these teams on 2 wins out of 2. Whoever wins this game will qualify themselves already for quarterfinals tomorrow.
Close line. Line's good, real tight. Line's good. Line's fine. It's all grand.
Over in section B, Whyte's team, they already qualified.
Line's good.
They've won 3 out of 3. They have the evening off, but they won 3 out of 3 so far, including the world's longest game this afternoon. Yves Stalker, if he wins this game against the Czech team, they will qualify already for quarterfinals. They will be on 3 wins. Joe Retornaz, they're a game behind everyone. They had the morning off and they lost yesterday evening to Yves Stalker. So the Italians in a slightly unfamiliar position. Not sitting top of the table. They are playing against Mark Pfister's team from Philippines, so they will be determined to jump up the points a little bit. So Joel's team can't qualify today. They have 1 more round tomorrow, and that is against Whyte. Not an easy point to pick up. As we've seen, Yves' team, the first team to even get past 5 ends against Whyte's team. Section B then looking pretty tasty, very close. Section A, Group A, that is the group that we're looking at, the Norwegians and the Scots. Also in that group and in the mix is the team from China, skipped by Xiaoming Zhu. They also have the evening off, and they've been doing really well. They lost in their first game to Mouat, maybe unsurprisingly. Mouat's team finishing last season the highest ranked team in the world by about 1,000,000 miles. They won here this time last year, they won in Baden, and they just kind of didn't stop winning until, well, here they are again defending their title. Their only itty-bitty slip-up was a silver medal in the Europeans. It was Muskatewitz's German team who had the game of their lives and thoroughly deserved their European championship. But apart from that, yeah, I think it was 5 Grand Slams that Mouat's team picked up last year. Jamie, the Ice Master, he and the new Ice Master incoming is Fraser. The two of them been working solidly on the ice and pretty consistent. The ice has been running about 15 seconds. It was about 15 seconds yesterday, hog to hog, to give us a T-line weight. It was about 14.5 this afternoon and back up about 15 by the look of it. It's finally a bit cooler outside.
Yep. Clean. Clean. Curl. 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 Clean. Whoa. 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 Whoa.
And unfortunately, if you're a Norwegian fan, once again, we're somehow just looking at a hat full of yellows. But the good news this time is that it's Norway who have last shot, but they are not being allowed to settle into this game, not being allowed to build anything. But as you can see, yeah, just playing with 3 of them. So Bendik Ramsfjell in your screen there, normally second thrower, but he and Gauta Nepstad, they will be throwing 3 stones each. Stefan Wallstad, or whoever throws 4th, and in this case it is Stefan Wallstad, they still throw 2 stones. Also throwing 2 stones in the regulation fashion is Grant Hardy. There on your screen. Of course, this Mouat rink, they are absolutely getting used to winning. They are becoming so difficult to beat. Now, on paper, at least, this would be their toughest test so far. As I said, they opened on yesterday evening. It feels like already a long time ago. They opened against the Chinese team, and that was a score of 7 points to 2. They then played this morning early. They played the young team from Switzerland, Felix Luethold, Luethold's team. And that was a 6-4 victory. It was a brave effort from the Swiss. But Mouat's team, they know how to move through the gears, turn up the pressure. But yeah, on paper at least, this would be their toughest test so far. Magnus Ramsfjeld's team finishing 14 in the world at end of last season. Just ahead of the Chinese team, they finished 16th. And who finished top of the pile? Yes, it's that team right in front of you. It's Mouat. So yeah, not double everyone else's points, but a good 50% plus, I would say.
Straight. Gotta go.
I'm not sure how those points work, the world curling points, whether everybody resets to 0. Not too sure. And again, that is just superb stone placement from the Scottish team. Grant Hardy just neutralising that red completely.
Ja, på den siden så kan du skryfe den litt her, den er helt limt. Rett ned, lås.
What can the most famous hat in curling, with Stefan Wallstadt underneath it, what can they do about this? Not the kind of game you want to have to attempt with 3 players, I must say.
Fin. Rent, japp. Hard. Hard. Oh.
Or the other way of thinking of it is completely the reverse, is to say to yourself, all right, Mouat's team are far and away the top team in the world at the moment.
Yeah,
if we have to play a game with 3 players, maybe let's play against Mouat, because we expect that to be our toughest game anyway, and let's save our 4 players line up for the other round robin games. That's another way of thinking of it.
Nice catch.
Exactly what I gave Grant.
But whichever team wins here, both of these teams on 2 wins already. 3 wins has historically always been enough to qualify you for quarterfinals. So whoever wins here will go to 3 wins out of 4.
Line's good. Little narrow.
Both of them have one more game
Line's
tomorrow
good.
morning.
Line's okay.
So both teams in a strong position already, but whoever wins here will qualify already for quarterfinals, and they will join Whyte, Yannick Schwaller, and the Chinese team of, no, it's not the Chinese team, excuse me. It's the Swiss team of Marco Hoesli. Those 3 teams already on 3 wins. Happy news for the Stoker Army. Bit of an iffy start, losing a 2 against Klima from Czech Republic. But a whole heap of Swiss stones in the house here in the second end. I'm still wearing my awesome homemade Stoker t-shirt, which I had to make myself because we're not very good at merch over here in Curling World. And why is that, gang? Would you like curling merch from your favourite teams? Maybe I could lead that. I could start some sort of curling merch franchise. What merch would you like? Let's have that as a question for the chat this evening. What curling merch would you like to support with? So Stefan Wallstadt, hugely experienced. If he ever does get nervous, you don't detect it. He's thrown forth for hundreds of years, but really up against it in the second end already. And you can see the idea there. He was just trying to catch that yellow, just to move things around a little bit. So he did need that weight. He needed to be over T, between T and backline. T plus, we call that in Switzerland. But the danger was, at that weight, it didn't quite curl in time. Superfan Megan in the chat naturally would be supportive for curling merch. She would also like a shirt of her favourite team. I can imagine Megan, like myself, would maybe have 2 or 3 shirts because there's a few teams that we like to cheer for.
You had that.
Final throw for Edinburgh's boy wonder, Bruce Mouat. He really just wants to lock the door to Stefan Wallstadt.
Clean.
Fabulous setup play from Grant Hardy, just welding a stone right onto the Norwegian stone, which was just behind tee.
Clean. Straight.
And Bruce Mouat now
Hard.
can really
Hard.
lock the door to the
Hard.
scoring area.
Hard. Hard. Bounce. Bounce.
And oh look, he's done it perfectly.
Great throw.
I think it's still just 1 yellow, hard to tell. The sponsor's logo over the top of the 4-foot or the back of the 4-foot there. But it doesn't really matter. You can't do anything about those 2 yellows, as in you can't really, you can't move both of those yellows because there's that guard right in front. Depending on how serious this situation is. Yeah, you may as well try and outdraw it. I'm not even sure if you can, because now that yellow just thrown by Bruce Mouat is right in front. So I'm not even sure you can get to the pin anymore, but it's good for Stefan to practice tee line.
9-5.
Tom, nutritionist in the chat. Welcome, Tom. He'd be interested in a curling cap. I'm sure Stefan Wallstadt could sell a line of Stefan beanies. He's a very modest man. He probably doesn't understand how popular he is, but I'm sure people would love some sort of Stefan replica hat. And yeah, there's several players wear caps.
Just over curled you slightly.
Keith Keller in the chat. Welcome, Keith. Is that a penguin, your profile picture? I'm sure you don't really look like that, but yeah, I also think it's 1 yellow. So I think Stefan, I think actually he's trying to, yeah. Why not? He's trying to use that red that's right in front of Bendik Ramsfjell there. You could see Gaute Nebsa trying to shoo away the people on the other ice. That's how wide that stone was getting played. May as well have a try. You're losing nothing. But a really difficult shot there because really good stuff from Scotland. Well, I think that was just 1. The Norwegians still smiling. But yeah, 3 Norwegians against the top team in the world. That is a tough call.
Did we already like it? Huh? Did we already like it?
Yeah.
Top button, Hammy.
Wowzers. Over on sheet 4, which is right in front of me, handily. It's at least 4 to Eve Stalker. I really hope the Stalker Army are tuning into sheet 4, because if they win this game,
Good.
Eve Stalker's team will be in the quarterfinals tomorrow. Big smiles from them.
50.
Think so. Think so.
Oh gosh, yeah, Keith was right there. Just that little touch on the red on the way through, and it was 2 yellow, and oh boy, I don't like to say this in the second end, but the Norwegians, of course, they have a difficult task from here. 4 points behind. the strongest team or the top team in the world, not trivial.
Fine.
Bruce looking professional as always. There are a few people, I think, who are less like their on-ice persona as they are off-ice, if that makes sense. So Bruce, I always think he just looks like the Terminator with those blue eyes, just never taking his eyes off the shot. You very rarely see him with any emotion while he's out playing. And off-ice, he really couldn't be nicer. All of them are very nice, obviously. But yeah, it's such a contrast. That kind of vaguely terrifying persona on the ice. And he's a really lovely chap off.
Linja fin. Linja nydelig. Litt tight. Linja bra.
Over on sheet 1, they're also on their third end. Gosgens team from Netherlands, they are playing team Felix Luethold of Switzerland. I think this is Felix's team, their first time here at BADEN Masters. And they're the kind of team I would say they're giving everybody problems, but not quite picking up the wins. And actually this is their 4th game. They have the game off tomorrow morning. And in fact, they still looking for that first win. So even if they win this game, they will not be able to progress from the round robin. So this will be their last game for this year. But they're doing plenty of good stuff out there. It's just really hard.
Biting 12.
On sheet 3, it is the famous Italian rig of Joel Retornaz, and oh boy, are they going to be all over the news in 6 months' time when the Olympics comes to Italy again.
15-3.
Joel was in the Olympic team, also skip of the Italian team, the last time the Olympics was in Italy, in Torino, in, what was that, 2008, was it? And I'm sure there will be a big fuss about the Italian curling teams, all 3. The men's, the ladies, the mixed doubles, all going into the Olympics in hot form. But they lost their first game to Stocker's team, the Italians, so they're not able to qualify today. They need to win this game against Pfister's team from Philippines. And then they need to win their final round robin tomorrow.
Doesn't do a lot. Good ice.
That is against Klima from Czech Republic. Klima, who lost a big 4 to Eve Stocker's team. That was exactly the right response to that first end.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Yep. Sit. Very good.
Ni fem. Vanlig, 9-5. Yep.
Nice ball.
Make sure to keep up with Instagram as well.
Litt løs.
We're trying to put some informal little things on there.
9-7.
We should have a rule there soon. We spoke to Ross Whyte's team earlier on about this and that. And we just had a fun little quiz question for them. We're not doing online quiz this year, but we're going to talk to the teams and hopefully put some fun little quiz questions on Instagram instead. So Instagram is BADEN Masters, all one word, all lowercase, BADEN Masters. You can find that easily on the search facility in Instagram. You can keep up with all the scores in real time. on the event website, www.badenmasters.ch. Baden Masters, all one word. And oh gosh, I'm really starting to feel a bit sorry for Norway already out there. Like I said, this is not the game you want to only have 3 people available for. And it is somewhat early to hit for home. We do have 8 ends. And actually, to their credit, Bruce Mouat's team, they never stop being professional.
T-line.
That was exactly what they called for, not just removing that guard, but a hit and roll into the house for them. We have 3 more rounds of the round robin tomorrow. We will have a 4th qualifier for the quarterfinals at the conclusion of our featured game here. Whoever wins here, the Norwegians or the Scots, they will qualify for quarterfinals. And there will be 4 places left. The top 8 teams after the round robin qualify for tomorrow evening. And if you only watch one session, make it that one. 4 quarterfinals, the top 8 teams all going on at the same time. Norway not giving up. That is a lovely throw from our one remaining Ramsfjell. I know Bruce sometimes wears a cap, doesn't he?
Almost playing the exact
I'm
same
sure
shot,
Team Mouat merch will be pretty popular.
Or just go there.
There's a very cute Instagram, I think about a year ago, Bruce was making team cushions, but I think that was just a special present just for the team. I'm not sure they're commercially available.
It's like same shot I just played. Would you rather just freeze?
You're not killing rain.
Just I think we can kind of like nudge it straight down and get into like 2 almost.
It's hard to get in.
It does, yeah.
I'm a little worried that this still comes this way.
Freeze!
14-9 and then 15.
So was that the little pick-me-up that Norway needed? A lovely throw in behind cover there.
I like the ball.
Line's good. Close.
Close.
Yep. Hard line.
Hard line!
Hard line.
Hard line's good!
Gotta go. Really gotta go.
We have 4 teams from Scotland
Keep going, keep going, keep
supporting
going.
the competition. Ooh, that's come up short for Grant Hardy.
15-5.
That's unusual. I don't think I'd call that an unforced error. That wasn't an open shot to sit on that red, but that is a chance for Norway. I think that makes sense. That red is very secure behind all those yellows. The yellows making a cosy little reef out front there. So I think this makes sense to take the game over to the other side of the sheet.
Okay, 8,5 perfekt. 7. Gå da. 7. Gå da. Må få en bit til 8-foten. Køler veldig. Han køler bra, ja. Han køler køler.
That's exactly what they called for.
Just a light shot.
Things definitely looking a bit brighter for the 3 Norwegians, bravely battling against the best team in the world at the moment. If you want to show support for Norway or anyone else, or if you want to ask a question, if you want to shout out, let us know. You can leave a message here in the chat, or you can leave a message on Instagram. We'll pick that up too. If you have a question you'd like to ask the team. We are access all areas. And these boys are either on the ice or over at the all-you-can-eat buffet. So I will find them and get the goss.
Whoa. Curl. Curl. Clean.
Curl.
Clean. Straight. Hard. Hard ball. Good roll. Good roll. Yeah. Good shot.
Good to see Bobby Lammy with good length socks on. Sometimes Bobby's socks, just those little kind of trainer style. And I always wonder how his ankles don't get cold.
Also okay.
11-5.
Prøver å rulle en stein ut igjen, men så er ikke kjempeaggressiv på no sun.
I spoke to Kyle Waddell's team, also from Scotland. So they're also doing very well. They just lost in an 8th end to Yannick Schwaller in the previous round, but still playing very well. They're on 2 out of 3, and if they win tomorrow, they will also qualify. And if you were joining us for the 2:30 round, we were watching Ross Whyte against Yves Schocker, and goodness me, the lineups were quite confusing. We really had to concentrate. There were a couple of borrowed uniforms, one borrowed person, and several people playing out of position. And I asked about this. The one borrowed person being Craig Waddell, and his brother's team, Kyle Waddell, I just spoke to.
You want to throw what you threw 2 ends ago and just get around it.
As we saw, Duncan McFadden of Ross White's team not available this weekend.
Do you like the double?
So Craig being parachuted in to fill that spot on Ross's team, and Kyle Waddell's team. They are a 5-man team, so Mark Watt ready to jump in and throw third stones there. So
11 either, but 10-5. 10-5.
But a brother versus brother game sometime later in the competition, maybe a quarter, maybe a semi. It's not unlikely, the kind of form both the teams are in. Ross White's team already qualified. They were the first to book a place in the quarterfinals. This weekend featuring Craig Waddell.
Here left.
And they have the later draw tomorrow. They don't have to get up for 8 o'clock, but they have one more game against Team Iseli. And they would be hopeful to record a win there. They're on 2 wins out of 3. If they get a third one tomorrow, they will also qualify.
Clean.
Curl.
Curl. Clean.
Clean. Straight. Whoa.
Clean.
Curl.
Curl. Curl.
Curl.
Mouat's team also on 2 wins out of 2. They had the afternoon off. Whoever wins here in our featured game, they will join the 3 teams already in the quarterfinals. Those 3 teams are Ross White's team from Scotland, Marco Hoesli's team from Switzerland, and Yannick Schwaller's team from Switzerland also.
Ja. Wow. Ren. Ja. Ja. Hard. Yes. Clean. Wow.
Bending Ramsfjell all on his own for these final shots, but I think they've played that beautifully, really well judged. Great team shot, and all of that stemming from Bendik Ramsfjell's lovely throw in behind those yellows in the front ring. Big smile from him. Definitely representing the Ramsfjell name very well out there this evening. And that really steadied the ship there for Norway. And let's see, we're still in the first half. We've plenty of ends to go. Will we see Norway press ahead with playing the aggressive style? They're still a couple points behind, but we do have plenty of ends left.
Tight.
Norway then starting us off.
Okay. Gjerne egentlig bare stoppe, og så blir nesten corner her, tror jeg.
And Stefan Balstad has indeed called the guard. That's the aggressive style. I imagine he's interested in taking full use of the no-tick rule, which we're playing this weekend. So that red, I think that's covering the line. It's from the aerial shot, it's not the running band that has to be touching the line. And if your stone is touching that centre line, it is protected by free guard zone and no-tick rule. That means if it moves off the centre line, it will be replaced. And we saw that happen once already this afternoon.
Line's good. We have room. Still a bit of room.
Wait's close.
Line's great. Nice pass.
Nice hand.
15.
And fine throw from Hammy McMillan.
Eller frys. Ja, liker det. Full åtte sånn. Ja.
It will be Bruce Mouat's team who represent all of Great Britain at Olympics next year. It will be Magnus Ramsfjell's team, this Norwegian team that represent Norway at Olympics next year.
Alltid køl på denne. Hardt, Bendik. Lenge, Bendik, helt ned.
Bruce Mouat's team, the silver medalists last time in Beijing, in China. They played, of course, the legendary Swedish rink of Niklas Edin.
You're 1 inch more then.
Is that less ice? That's what you had.
And if you've never watched that game, viewer, I advise you to do so.
You want to sit on it, yeah?
Of course, that was almost 4 years ago now, but still, there was nothing Bruce Mouat's team could do about Sweden that day. They did not have a single chance to score 2 points the entire game. And that did go to an extra end. That went to 11 ends. So in Olympics and Worlds and so on, you play 10 ends.
Back 4.
That went to an 11th end, and still they did not have a single chance to score 2. That's how determined that Swedish rink was. Here in Baden, we play 8 ends. If scores are tied, we will play an extra end. We need a winner.
14-4.
The scoring system here, very simple. You get 1 point if you win a game and no points if you don't. It doesn't matter if you win by 1 shot in the last end or if you win by a basketful and come off early. You still just get 1 point. At the conclusion of the round robin, when all the teams have played each other within their group,
Yeah, I'm not sure either. Never knew you were going
the
to throw
teams are
back 8.
ranked 1 to 20. And as we said, if you win all 4 games, obviously, you have qualified for quarterfinals. If you win 3 games, historically, that has always been sufficient to qualify for quarterfinals. And typically, there's a big pile of teams on 2 wins and 2 losses. And the last 1 or 2 places in quarterfinals will be the team with 2 wins and 2 losses who has the best cumulative draw shot
No, that
challenge.
middle red might not have
7,
a lot
8,
of pace.
try and roll here.
Yep.
Yep.
Bobby Lammy then
Whoa.
doing what Bobby Lammy does, being asked to just clear up.
Curl.
And for an encore, his shooter hangs on by about 1 millimetre.
A little bit.
We all know Stefan Wallstadt, very experienced skip and player.
Hæ?
And I'm sure even for him, he really needs to concentrate out there, to not let his head go down, to not just feel like whatever we do, the Scots are just blasting everything out of play, kind of already hitting for home, even at this early stage. They just need to stick to their task, Norway, not let it get into their heads, the firepower that Scotland has.
Perfekt. 6. Yep. Farta. 5. Okay.
Bring him back.
Bare fart. 5. Well,
Karen in the chat.
Bite 4 nå.
These are 2 of her favourite teams to watch. Glad to hear that, Karen. So she's enjoying seeing
Thanks, so Bob.
2 of her favourite teams doing battle today. If you want to support your team or say hello, or if you want to shout out, if you have a question for us or the teams, don't be shy, we're very nice.
Really good. Really good goal.
Guarde den
So
sida.
Bobby just clearing out the centre there. It is Scotland who have last stone. And typically
Stops them putting the hit
not a
rolls
bad
through.
idea to remove a centre guard if you have last stone. That will rarely make things worse. And as you can see, that little red of Norway,
2.
surrounded by yellows.
2,5. Okay, linja bra. Litt tight. 2,5. Linja bra.
Play who
Farta
got
bra.
for 3.
2,5. Okay, koselig er perfekt.
And this is how accurate Norway are going to have to be for the rest of the game, I would have thought.
Absolute fight.
That's an interesting lineup for tomorrow. Mouat, they finished their round robin against Gosgens of Netherlands. The Norwegians finished their round robin against Team Zhu of China. That will be an interesting one to keep eyes on.
Meter lenger, samme plass.
Team Zhu, they have off, but they have won 2, lost 1. They will also be feeling confident about getting to 3 wins.
To. 3.
And that's still Bendik Ramsfjell because we are
Linja bra.
minus a Norwegian out there.
2,5. Hold i
Minus
gang.
1 Ramsfjell and 1 Sesakar.
Den køler litt.
Thanks, so.
Ja, det er bra. Da spill. Vil du take inn på din første, eller? Prøv å spille ut. Ja, eller har du noe annet i det? Det andre, men det er kanskje mer risiko, da. Det er bra bak 4 år, så det er mest risiko for den andre.
Now Grant Hardy just being asked to keep that centre line clear. And we've seen this situation in various forms, let's say, a few times already this weekend.
Prøve å dra hit, kanskje.
We see Norway throwing up that centre guard, which is the right shot. That's the right way to try to get a mistake from Scotland. But as you can see, it's still yellow lying shot. It's still Scotland lying shot. And at some point, Norway has to do something about that yellow.
Ja, jeg liker, altså jeg tror alltid tegeren kommer i spill.
They're hoping by playing these guards that they would get a mistake from Scotland, then they could attack their own red and punch that yellow through, but yeah, they're not really getting mistakes from this all-conquering Scottish team.
Føler oss slår oss nå, så får de den på vingen i spill for prøve. Drar oss her, og de ikke kjempepresis på neste, så kan vi se det slå på neste.
I do think this is the right call, though. I think Stefan can back himself to do something about that Yellowstone with his final throw.
Okay. Yeah.
All the games then are on their fourth end. On sheet 1, after 3 ends, it is 2-1 to Gosgens of Netherlands over Felix Luethold of Switzerland. On sheet 3 on the other side of us, it is 3-1. The Italian rink of Joel Retornaz lead Mark Pfister's Filipino rink. On sheet 4, more ridiculousness from Team Stocker. Klima picking up another 2 with last stone, so scores are level at 4 each after 3 ends.
I think you'd have a double for 3.
Yeah, the double should go under the yellow as well.
Kind of seen here, eh? He can't afford to ping that double.
Sorry. Yeah, this is
Back here in our featured game,
tough shots.
that is pretty much what Stefan Wallstadt said he was going to do.
If he knows doubles, then I might be able to hold it for 2.
And if you're Scotland, how do you now
Double for 2 if I
stop them using that nice double red out front there?
That's what Bob likes.
don't mind it.
That yellow thrown again by lead thrower Hammy McMillan. Just been patiently waiting to score, but in a bit of danger now.
Don't mind that then. I think that's a bit easier than this.
You're not liking this.
Don't mind this. Just if this.
Very tampen, da. Var det?
Things if you slip here, he goes there, you got that.
Ja. Eller jo, jeg tror jeg slår 15-6 faktisk.
Okay. If I come way back here, then he makes that probably.
Wise 3, yep. Okay, pick the 4.
Good job, Stefan Wallstadt. I think this is the
Chances
biggest
are
thing
you could
that
quite easily do
this
that.
Whyte's team has had this weekend.
He knows as you're taking your 1.
Okay. 10 quarter.
Not easily intimidated, the Norwegians. They've seen it all.
Easy peel. You okay with that?
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, easy peel.
Grant still looking a bit quizzical at the head here. I'm not sure what the final decision was. Looks like something at pace.
Easy peel.
Whoa! Yep!
Scotland with last stone here in the fourth end. And just picking off one of those reds. I'm not sure if that was the call. I didn't see the call, truthfully. But plenty of danger still for Norway. A whole pile of yellows. 1, 2, 3 hanging around. If anything happens to that red, this could get nasty quickly.
Jeg tror det. 12-5 og ta den cleant over. Ja. Nei, ikke borte inn, tror jeg. Bare cleant, ja. For å rulle litt lavere. Ja, liker det. Spør noe annet. Ja, men da mistet oss shooteren, da. 10-5, liksom.
I think we have to after playing that.
have
Kan
2 stones
doble
left
med
to come
10-5 da.
before we reach the halfway point of our featured game in Baden Masters
Hva
2025
enn du
edition.
liker. Jeg liker det. 10-5. Ja, og så gås for dobbel. Over nesen, altså.
Both these teams
Ja.
on 2 wins out of 2. Whoever
Men
wins
sånn
here
70 verden.
will book themselves a place in the quarter-final.
3/4 nære. Ja.
Where is he trying to roll?
Quite a few options.
Clean. Yep. Clean. Ja. Yep. Ja. Wow. Ja. Wow. 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 Ja. Yep. Ja. Yes.
I think they wanted more of a roll
them,
on
you're
that
putting
red.
that, are
Those
ya?
2 reds are quite close together.
Peel.
Yep.
Can you get that over there?
I don't think so. I think you're just playing it for 2.
Bruce and Grant
Same shot.
having a look.
Bra
Hard to
sitte.
tell with that logo on top of the
And if I
forefoot
whip it,
behind the
maybe.
tee line there.
The more you kind of
Like knows this.
But if there is a double takeout available, that little yellow thrown a few stones ago by Bobby Lammy,
Same.
just hanging on by his fingernails, that could come into play.
Easy peel.
Yeah. Trying to hit like 2/3.
call for 2/3.
Two-thirds. Yeah. I mean, if you're really tight, like,
Half's okay.
easy peel again. Yeah.
Last stone of the first half.
Yep. Well,
The unstoppable Bruce Mouat team.
clean.
This one coming in at pace, looking for the double, or, well, yeah, just moving that red
Shot.
to make sure it is now 2, I presume.
2, yeah.
Like we said, a bit hard to tell, but a quick look from Norway, and they agree. I think that was 2 yellow.
Shot.
Very efficient with last stone, Bruce Mouat's team. Dominant performance then from the top team in the world. Bruce Mouat's team, that is another 2 on the board. And at the halfway point in our featured game, it is Bruce Mouat's team leading Team Ramsfjell of Norway 6 points to 2.
Ja.
Pace is
Bare
still
ikke
okay.
kast på skiftingen.
Just that stone.
Ja. Yeah.
Tight.
Hard then. As far as you can. As far as you can.
Top 8. Top 4 now.
15.
Top 4.
I think it was a rush call.
14, 9, 15.
Take 6 feet no less. 20 feet.
Donald. Okay.
Nice throw, Harry.
Our brave 3 Norwegians then,
Yeah.
they have last stone back in the 5th end. I have seen Martin Sesenka this weekend. I know he's here, so I hope he's okay. The Norwegians just playing 3 against Mouat's team. Not easy playing 4 against Mouat's team, and I can't imagine the task is easier when
Like
you are 1 less
Top 12.
player.
Line's good. Wee bit of room.
Top 12.
Top 8.
Okay.
Right on it.
Curl if you can.
Right on it. It's getting better now. Still right on it.
Clean.
Still right on it.
Straight. Just straight. Okay, that's good.
Good height.
55.
Textbook start from Hammond Macmillan. Scotland are +4. They don't want any guards out front. They want to keep the whole game in the house. Nothing to hide behind, please.
2 now. Mer plass.
And I'm not sure if Norway called this a guard. It looks like they did.
Yeah.
Norway will have to now start taking some risks if they're going to catch this game back.
Okay.
Sim.
That's surely why Stefan Wallstadt called for the double guard there. He just has to be brave. He knows he's going to be looking at 3 opposition stones in the centre. But this is still the best chance to score 2 and keep his team in this game.
2/3. Keep it moving a little bit.
Line's good.
But this is that tactic that I recommend you be careful with at the club.
Halfway. Okay. Keep it going, Hammy. As far as you can. Get it tight.
This is a very aggressive tactic, and not only do you need someone who will be capable of clearing out the centre, otherwise you're just going to be in a big mess, but you also need to remember that these teams, if push comes to shove on the 8th stone, they have, say, Stefan Wallstadt or Bruce Mouat to get them out of trouble, to just kind of draw the pin if nothing else works. And at the club you've got someone like me who is not quite so reliable, so be careful being too aggressive at the club with your guards. If you're going to play an aggressive game, you need someone who can clear up for you, and you need someone who can finish it off. Clock saying 2s are us, yes indeed. Not quite swapping 2s, that would be more pleasing symmetrically. But for the sake of good curling, let's hope that it will be another 2 to join the previous ones. And that a tricky shot that from Gauten Epstadt. That gap looks big, but the way those guards are placed, that wasn't such a big gap to get through. They had to simultaneously curl enough to be away from the centre line and not enough to curl onto their own guard out front there. That was not an easy gap to get through, as it might have looked.
You can maybe still in
But certainly,
the reds.
a stone that's too heavy doesn't help anything.
And the hack and roll off that into the reds. Kind of with Hammy just being short and take the I think that's perfect. If you can get there.
Try and get it
there,
tight.
it's perfect.
Try and just over curl slightly. Doing well to over curl, leaving short on the right. Okay, what have you got here?
Yeah.
You want to try and get here this way?
Bruce, I think, originally calling for just pile another stone in the house, then having a bit of a pause, and are they maybe calling to just block that anti-clockwise handle completely? No, I don't think so.
Tight. Tight.
Coming down. You're a little narrow.
Do you want to bounce off?
Yep.
Just halfway.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's any easier getting through the gap the other way.
Okay, I think.
I like that call. Tempting though it is to thread the needle. Very fancy shot, but that wouldn't actually help you that much. the best thing to do is to move this centre guard. That's the one that's causing you trouble.
Yep. Whoa, yep,
2-0 us over on sheet 4.
Whoa.
Marco Hefty doing a terrific job. A new signing in Eve Stalker's team.
Yep.
The big guy throwing lead this weekend.
Tight
He's
now.
coming back from knee surgery. And Marco Hefty, a lot of experience throwing fourth with Jan Iseli's team last year. And that was a 2 for them. They are now 6-4 ahead of Klima at the halfway point.
Short of the rings is
Rim.
great.
Line's good. Better rim. Line's okay, but
Curl if you can.
still like to curl a touch.
Curl. Gotta curl.
Needs to curl, 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 curl.
Gotta go.
Hard.
Hæ?
We're at the wrong
Halvtrapper.
end.
Svia. Hæ? Ja.
That was another shot landing on the centre line. So Stefan Ballstadt, that shot just next to his foot there.
Grimshaw.
So same drill. We need to keep the clockwise handle open here.
Kenny Grimshaw is slightly like him.
Whoa.
Not much.
Bruce ready to catch spare stones flying into the other games. Does happen.
Like that release, I know it's sliding a little slow, but
There's 2 inches less. You want less again?
It is Norway throwing red. They have the last stone in this
What you
fifth
had
end.
before.
Yeah, perfect.
But as has been the case most of this game, to be honest, they're really having to work ever so hard just to get a chance to build stones, to keep stones in play. Scotland very effectively neutralising everything with attack and defence.
Line's a little
So
narrow.
heavy firepower
Line's
in that
okay.
Scotland middle
Line's
order.
great.
Still narrow. Whoa, whoa,
And
whoa,
Line's
whoa.
great.
really good touch shots as well. So if
Whoa.
Scotland need
Yeah.
to
Okay.
Whoa.
do a better attack as their defence, they're very capable of that also. Like that, for example.
Just sett en double run da.
On sheet 3, Joel Retornaz's team, the Italians. We will see them, I'm sure, all over the place at the Olympics. I'm sure there will be big stars, and rightly so. They are playing Mark Pfister's team from Philippines, and due to that
Yep.
early loss in the first round
I like
to
cover
Eve
it
Stalker,
full stone just in case he tries to draw here.
Joel's team cannot qualify this evening. They are now a game behind, so to say, because they had the afternoon off, or no, the morning off.
Where, Bruce? Are we going
So they
here or there?
won their game this afternoon. They are 3-1 ahead against Mark Pfister's team
Want me to go tight?
from Philippines. But they will need to be patient to book a place in the quarter-final rather. And guess who their final round robin game is against? It is the imperious Ross Whyte's team. Not easy to get a win off that team. In fact, nobody's done it yet.
Probably not.
Norway struggling to make progress really in this end. Scotland just keeping them busy in the centre, keeping them busy out front. And Norway struggling to find that
Work for line. Let it work.
game or end-changing shot
Let it curl.
to give them a
Okay,
chance to
needs to
build
curl.
something.
Line will be fine if you're tight. Want to carve, Bob? Carve and tuck half stone.
Nå kan jeg nesten skulle spille på Holdet ditt, da. Er det noe over innsida? Ja, jeg tror det har innsida. Så drar han rundt, og så må jeg rømme igjen.
We have 3 stones to go in the 5th end of our featured game. It is the 5th of 5 rounds here at BADEN Masters 2025.
Prøv her.
It's just me commentating this year. Al Moore, who was with us remotely from Canada last year, he is recovering from a health issue, so we wish Al
Grønndobla,
a
så
strong recovery. He's not able to join this time, so that means it's just me.
Halteren over nesen.
So if this is my 4th game today, so if I'm starting to talk gibberish a bit, forgive me. We have 4 games tomorrow. We have 3 more rounds of the round robin at 8, 11 and 3 o'clock in the afternoon European time. The quarterfinals are 8:30 European in the evening. If you only join us for 1 round, make it that one. You have 4 games all at once. Oh, unlucky Stefan. That was a that was a half chance. Remarkably, that was potentially one of the best chances that Stefan Wallstadt would have against Scotland. That Bruce's guard just running a little high and slipping close to the rings there. Yeah, we have 4 games tomorrow, 3 round robins to conclude that stage of the competition at 5 o'clock approximately, unless we have another 6.5-hour game. At 5 o'clock approximately, we will have the teams ranked 1 to 20. And the top 8 teams will progress to the quarterfinals at 8:30 tomorrow evening. And that's a real fun place to spend your Saturday evening at the quarterfinals here, Curling Club Baden. With all the top teams, we have 10 of the top 17 teams in the world. Well, the rankings from the end of season last year. And the 7 other teams, they are all North American. So we have 10 of the best teams in the world, just without North American representation this time. We have had teams from Canada and the US in the past. This year, for the first time, I think, it's the team from China. And they're having a good competition. They've played well. That's an intriguing lineup tomorrow. It will be the Norwegians that we're watching right now. Their final round is against Team Zhu of China, and that could be a winner takes all. Team Zhu also on 2 wins out of 3. Norway up against it a bit in our featured game. They have a lot of work to do to pull this game back.
Litt tight.
Litt tight. Ja. Ja. Ja, linje.
I'm not sure that's quite what Stefan had in mind. No. And enough's enough, yeah. That is a game too far for our plucky 3 Norwegians. I will do my best to understand. I hope that Martin's okay. I'll do my best to understand that situation. I will try to talk to the team. But always a tricky prospect to play Mouat's team, even if there's 4 of you. And yeah, big size from the Norwegians. That was a tough ask. So then, it will be a winner takes all at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. It will be Team Zhu of China versus Team Ramsfjell of Norway. But the good news for Team Scotland in general is that they now have a second team in the quarterfinals. Look, see there, there's Bruce all nice and smiley and happy now that the game's finished. Bruce Mouat's team join Ross Whyte's team in the quarterfinals. They are our fourth team there. We have 2 Scottish teams already, Mouat and Ross Whyte. Yannick Schwaller's already there. Marco Hoesli's already there. We have 2 Swiss and 2 Scottish teams who will be joining them. Yves Stocker can qualify this evening if they win against Team Klima. So just keep it together, boys. Joel Retornaz, they're a game behind. So this is only their 3rd game, and they had that early loss to Stocker. And they have to get a point off Ross Whyte, so their competition is in the balance, let's say. They are 3-2 ahead of Mark Pfister's team representing Philippines. We are going to try and talk to the Philippines team tomorrow, so keep an eye on Instagram. We're going to be putting up some videos with the teams, just asking them some fun little questions. So keep an eye on the competition Instagram. It's BADEN Masters, all one word, all lowercase, BADEN Masters. We were talking to Ross Whyte's team earlier on, and there should be a nice little video of them on the Instagram. So a frightening performance from Bruce Mouat's team. I think all 4 teams that have already qualified are really in sensational form. As I said, if you can only join us for 1 session, make it the quarterfinals tomorrow evening. We already have 4 places filled. There are 4 places left. Who will it be? We have 3 rounds of round robin tomorrow to decide. The first draw is at 8 o'clock, and on the featured game, Niklas Edin's team from Sweden, they are in the unusual position. They have lost their first 2 games. I've seen them qualify from here, gang. But yeah, they also have a lot of work to do yet. They are up against Team Iseli of Switzerland at 8 o'clock tomorrow. I will not be up against anything at 8 o'clock tomorrow because I'm really tired. But we will be back at 11 o'clock, and when our featured game will be Team Klima from the Czech Republic. They will be there at Olympics. They are already qualified. They will be up against Mark Pfister's team from Philippines. The Philippines team, they will be at the pre-event for Olympic qualification in Aberdeen, and if successful, they will be at the Olympic qualifier in Kelowna in Canada in December. So we really have still a whole lot of top games to look at. 3 rounds of round robin tomorrow. That will be decided by 5 o'clock, and then at 8:30 we will have 4 tasty quarterfinals for you. So do come back and join us for quarterfinal fun at least tomorrow evening. The round robin is at 8 o'clock, 11 o'clock and 3 o'clock. Thank you for your company today. It's been a busy day. Well done guys. Well done everybody supporting in the online club. It's been a real treat. So come back again tomorrow. Thanks for your company today. Bye for now.